Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody can hear my voice and also see this presentation on the screen. Excellent. So, today you had your first session with my co faculty, Chandan sir, in mathematics, where he would have introduced you to some basic calculations and quick calculations. And let me tell you, Chandan sir is one of the best teachers to understand how to use all different types of shortcut methods and tricks to solve question in mathematics. राइट स्कूल टाइम पे जो रेगुलर मेथड्स से नहीं समझ में आता था he has got so many different tips and tricks which he has worked on that students who generally are not very comfortable in mathematics, they also start scoring very good marks in this subject. Chalo. So we have had our introduction to all the different types, all the different sections, at least 4 of them, right? You have had session of English with me, including both vocabulary and reading comprehension for those who have attended. We have had a couple of reasoning lectures, right? Basics we saw. You also started with GK and mathematics. So today we are going to take a look at one more very important type of question which comes in English. It's called jumbled paragraphs and it is part of reading comprehension. This also tests your ability to read and understand sentences and also how logically you can rearrange them in a proper order. So as the name itself suggests, you would be given a paragraph, a passage with about 4 to 6 lines. But the order in which these lines are given to you will not be proper. They will be jumbled up. It is a jumbled paragraph. सो आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है कौन सा लाइन कहाँ पे आएगा, फर्स्ट कौन, सेकंड कौन, थर्ड कौन, लास्ट कौन, एंड सो ऑन. एंड दैट्स हाउ वी डू क्वेश्चंस ऑफ जम्बल्ड पैराग्राफ्स, राइट? यू मे और मे नॉट हैव डन सच अ टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन एट स्कूल लेवल, लेकिन कोई भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एंट्रेंस एग्जाम जब होता है तो मोस्ट ऑफ देम यूजुअली आस्क 2 to 3 questions of jumbled paragraphs. So this becomes one of the most important type of questions that you should be practicing. So first let's take a look at what exactly are the different tricks that we can use to solve questions of jumbled passages, and then of course we will take a look at a lot of examples, right? So first let me just give you an example. Suppose I have given you 4 lines. A, it says she was also great at sports. Line B, hence she was voted the best all-rounder at school. C, Alicia was an extraordinary girl. And D, she was very good at academics. So guys, A, B, C, D आपके पास 4 लाइन हैं. इन 4 लाइन को अगर मुझे प्रॉपर ऑर्डर में अरेंज करना है, then what would be the sequence of A, B, C, D? Can somebody quickly tell me what should be the sequence of A, B, C, D? Yes, I'm getting answers. Very good. And I'm getting all right answers. Excellent. So I think a very simple example, right? कोई भी हम किसी भी पर्सन के बारे में जब बात करते हैं, देन इट इज़ नॉर्मल कन्वेंशन दैट वी फर्स्ट यूज द प्रॉपर नाउन, द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन, एंड देन व्हेन वी कंटिन्यू टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट पर्सन वी यूज द प्रोनाउन ही, शी, इट. सो शी 3 सेंटेंसेज में शी यूज किया गया है, ए, बी एंड डी. लेकिन सेंटेंस सी जो है दैट इज यूजिंग द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन. सो यू इंट्रोड्यूस द पर्सन अलीशा विथ सी, तो सी से स्टार्ट होगा. A and D, both of them are talking about some achievement of this person. She is good at something. But अगर आप A को देखोगे, it uses the word also. And जहाँ पे also word use होता है, there we are pretty sure कि इसके पहले भी इसका कोई similar concept वाला sentence होना चाहिए था, right? So when we say that she was also great at sports, it means before this she has to be good at something. So सी से स्टार्ट करके हम जाएंगे डी, शी वॉज वेरी गुड एट अकेडमिक्स, शी वॉज ऑल्सो गुड एट स्पोर्ट्स, टेक्स अस टू ए, राइट? एंड देन द वर्ड हेंस शोज दैट दिस इज अ कंक्लूजन, राइट? हेंस एज अ रिजल्ट शी वॉज वोटेड द बेस्ट ऑलराउंडर. सो बिकॉज शी वॉज गुड एट अकेडमिक्स एंड ऑल्सो ग्रेट एट स्पोर्ट्स, सो शी गेट्स द बेस्ट ऑलराउंडर अवार्ड. सो सीक्वेंस क्या बन जाता है? सी, डी, ए एंड बी. एंड आई थिंक एवरीबडी गॉट इट. So this was a very basic, very simple example to show what is meant by jumbled passages. Now, what can be the different tricks, the different steps that we can consider to find out कि कौन से order में statements को arrange करना है. So one, sometimes two statements given to you will be related to each other by cause and effect. For example, if it rains then the ground will get wet. तो sequence क्या होगा? बारिश होगी तो ज़मीन गीला होगा, right? So rain is the cause and wet ground is the effect. So यहाँ पे एक statement बोलता है the governance of the Ashoka dynasty was among the most efficient. Second, it says it led to the elimination of crime. So पहले it led to something, तो ये जो it है that is some cause and because of it there is elimination of crime. So this shows that one is the cause. So logically speaking, one should come before and it should be followed by two. So what is the it referring to? When you see the word it here, it is referring to the governance, right? So the pronoun it is shows that the cause is something else which is defined before and then the effect has been defined. So जहाँ पे आपको दो sentences दिखते हैं जहाँ पे एक की वजह से दूसरी चीज़ होती है तो the cause always will be put first and the effect will always come later. But इसको उल्टा भी कर सकते हैं. Supposing the word says because, right? Then पहले effect and फिर cause. For example, if I say ground is wet, that is the effect. Because it rained. तो जहाँ पे because आ जाता है वहाँ पे पहले हम effect को डालते हैं and फिर हम cause को देखते हैं, right? But cause and effect, so you can easily identify logically speaking कि कौन सा पहले आएगा and कौन सा बाद में आएगा, right? So the one thing that you can, it is not necessary कि every single example will have cause and effect. लेकिन जिस example के अंदर cause and effect है उसमें हम ये logic follow कर सकते हैं कि cause होगा तो effect होगा. लेकिन because word है तो obviously कि effect happens because of cause. But cause happens, hence there is an effect. Cause happens, so there is an effect, right? So you have to identify कि कौन से उन दोनों cause and effect को किस order में डालना है. Now, moving on to the next thing. General to specific, right? Certain sentences will talk about some object or person in general terms and then they will give you a specific example, right? तो यहाँ पे देखो, first you are saying that Roger Federer is the greatest tennis player of all times, and then you are giving why is he great. You are giving some specific thing. He can play forehand with his right hand as well as the left hand. So पहले general है कि ये है एंड क्यों ये जनरल डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया जा रहा है उसके लिए एक रीज़न दिया गया है. सो द सेकेंड थिंग विच हेल्प्स यू आइडेंटिफाई द सीक्वेंस इज रॉजर फेडरर प्रॉपर नाउन यूज़ किया है एंड देन ही प्रोनाउन यूज़ किया है, राइट? सो इट इज़ पॉसिबल दैट दे आर टॉकिंग अ जनरल थिंग अबाउट समथिंग and then you are trying to prove whatever you said in general with specific examples. You can say India is the greatest country. It has the most educated population. It has large amount of industries, right? So first you're giving a general statement of something and then you're giving specific examples to justify the fact. On the other hand, then you can have something like a contrast structure. Contrast means when you're talking about something but you're trying to show how they are different from each other. So a statement, late March in Ranthambore, the world is all sunshine, crisp air and flowering trees. So what does it mean? Sunshine, crisp air, flowering trees. So all these things are positive things, right? You're talking about positive qualities. Then the word comes but. So the moment you see the word but, it means there is going to be a change in the tone. So पहले आप कहते हो कि ये सारी चीज़ें हैं and then you say but in the late 1990s tigers vanished from the open a rugged scrubland along the Aravallis. So vanishing of tigers, right? Extinction of tigers is a negative thing. So first paragraph talks about positive. The moment you see a word like but, it means that the tone is going to change. पहले अगर पॉजिटिव बात कर रहे हैं तो बट के बाद नेगेटिव होना चाहिए. शुरुआत अगर नेगेटिव से हो रही है तो द वर्ड बट इंडिकेट्स दैट द फॉलोइंग पार्ट शुड बी पॉजिटिव. सो अ सेंटेंस कैनॉट स्टार्ट विद बट बिगिनर सेंटेंस ऑल्सो कैनॉट स्टार्ट विद बट जिस सेंटेंस के अंदर आता है उसके पहले किसी दूसरे सेंटेंस का होना जरूरी है. सो दैट इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट यू शुड ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड, दैट इफ द सेंटेंस स्टार्ट्स विद बट, usually there should be some other sentence with an opposite structure before this particular sentence, right? Then sometimes the sentences are such where an idea is either being explained or it is being talked about in detail, or they are trying to complete a particular sentence. For example, यहाँ पे explanation है, A is I was lucky. तो अगर आप सुनते हो कि I was lucky तो दिमाग में पहले ख्याल क्यों आता है कि क्यों भाई, why are you saying you are lucky? Because I was lucky is very non-specific, right? So the explanation is necessary. So I was lucky, comma, the bus driver slammed the brakes a meter or two away from my car. So this gives you the explanation कि मैं lucky हूँ. क्यों लकी हूँ? क्योंकि मैं एक बस वाला जोर से गाड़ी चला रहा था लेकिन मेरी गाड़ी से नहीं टकराया, 1 मीटर पहले आके उसकी गाड़ी रुक गई. So this explains the idea. The concept that I was lucky is explained, that why I was lucky, because the bus driver stopped his vehicle away from my car. So this is an idea. So here obviously पहले A आएगा फिर explanation आएगा, right? Similarly, for example, elaboration, right? First एक idea explain करेंगे and फिर उसको और थोड़ा detail में जाएंगे. So it says Russia possesses the largest stockpile. Stockpile means quota or largest inventory of. So it possesses the largest stockpile of weapons of mass destruction in the world. तो पहले आइडिया में उन्होंने बताया है कि रशिया के पास सबसे ज्यादा वेपन्स हैं, and then they are giving you more details, right? They're saying 489 missiles carrying up to 1788 warheads, 12 submarines carrying up to 609 warheads. Warhead means missiles, right? जो explode करते हैं, form a looming threat. So first they are saying that Russia has a lot of weapons, and then they will say how many weapons they have, right? So this is an idea is given to you first, and then they are elaborating. They're giving you details about that particular concept, right? So this is about idea followed by explanation of that idea. So Raghav, what if you state that reason, Raghav says that sometimes you give a reason explanation and say I was lucky. So here, to avoid confusion, when they're giving you such sentences in the passage, they will generally use words like hence or because, right? I was lucky because this happened. या they बोलेंगे this happened, hence I was lucky. So when you're given, and it will not be just 2 sentences, you will be given a minimum of 4 sentences. तो ये 2 sentences किस order में आने चाहिए, ये बाकी के 2 sentences आपको help करेंगे, right? And answer options में से ही आपको निकालना है. So generally they will not give you 2 sentences which can be arranged in either manner, right? दो आइधर मैनर में अगर अरेंज करने वाला सेंटेंस होगा तो बाकी के जो 2 सेंटेंसेस होंगे वो जब ज्वाइन करेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली सीक्वेंस आ जाएगा. Did you get that, Raghav? So it's not, a parajumble is not going to be only 2 sentences long. So the remaining sentences will help you establish in what sequences the 2 sentences had to be. But good, you think like that. I like that. Okay. Chronology. Now this is one of the easiest kind of questions. Chronology simply means time. So whenever anything about time or any sequence of events is being talked about, then सिंपली पुट जिस ऑर्डर में घटनाएं घटती हैं उसी ऑर्डर में हम उनको डिस्क्राइब करेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट लेट अस से महात्मा गांधी, तो पहले यू विल टॉक अबाउट हिज बर्थ, देन एजुकेशन, देन साउथ अफ्रीका, देन कमिंग बैक टू इंडिया, एंड फाइनली हिज डेथ, राइट? आप ऑर्डर हैफजार्डली तो जनरली बात नहीं करोगे. तो जहां पे sentences have some sort of time sequence given in them, it is the easiest kind of questions. उसको ascending order या descending order depending how it is आपको arrange करना है. So take this example. A. Spring driven clocks appeared during the 15th century, although they are often erroneously credited to Nuremberg watchmaker Peter Henlen around 1511. The next development in accuracy occurred after 1656. So here they are talking about clocks. So पहले 1511 के बारे में बात करते हैं, then 1656 के बारे में बात करते हैं. So these 2 numbers will automatically help you identify कि कौन पहले कौन बाद में. Also the word next. So when you're talking about the next development, इसके पहले कोई development का होना जरूरी है. So a sentence cannot a paragraph usually will not start with the next development. You will talk about the first development and then the next development, right? So, and here though, because of the dates, the years which are mentioned, it becomes very easy to identify which should be first and which should be second, right? Then of course, action sequence structure. When you're doing something, then there is a certain sequence you follow. For example, supposing you're going to go outside on a road trip, तो पहले आप गाड़ी को खोलोगे, फिर गाड़ी में बैठोगे, फिर गाड़ी चलाओगे, फिर गाड़ी को रोकोगे, फिर वापस दरवाजा खोल के बाहर निकलोगे, राइट? हियर द सीक्वेंस कैन नॉट बी एनीथिंग एल्स. आप ये नहीं कह सकते पहले गाड़ी चलाऊंगा, फिर गाड़ी से बाहर निकलूंगा, फिर दरवाजा खोलूंगा, फिर अंदर बैठूंगा. नो, दैट इज नॉट, इट वोंट वर्क इन दैट वे, राइट? सो उसी प्रकार when a particular set of sentences just tells you about actions being done, then it becomes pretty obvious किस sequence में वो action रहा होगा. So first, I planned to stage a sharp gastric attack, and entering an old-fashioned pharmacy, I asked for a popular shampoo mixture consisting of olive and flake soaps. तो आपका इरादा कुछ, आपने प्लान किया कुछ करूंगा. So you entered into the pharmacy, right? दुकान में जाओगे. So then, when the pharmacist was wrapping up a 6-ounce bottle of the mixture, I groaned and inquired whether he could give me something for acute gastric cramp. So पहले आप प्लान करते हो, तो प्लान को आप एग्जीक्यूट करते हो. पहले आप फार्मेसी में घुसते हो, उसके बाद ही आप फार्मासिस्ट से बात कर सकते हो, right? So these two things, there are double indicators here which show that A has to be the first one and B has to be the second one. Right? So this is action sequence structure, one of the simplest kind of questions which can be solved. Then idea reiteration. Reiteration simply means repeating something. तो कभी कभी हम एक ही चीज को अलग अलग तरीके में दोहराते हैं, रिपीट करते हैं, so that whatever idea you are trying to convey to the other person, that idea gets embedded in their mind. एग्जैक्टली वॉट हम टीचर्स करते हैं. वी नेवर से वन थिंग एंड देन मूव अहेड. हम उसी चीज को बार बार रिपीट करेंगे. वाई डू वी रिपीट इट? सो दैट इट बिकम्स ईजियर फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड रिमेंबर. सो हियर सचिन वॉज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट बैट्समैन इन हिज टाइम, ऑफ हिज टाइम. इन फैक्ट he was so good that his team hardly ever lost a match, right? So here you are just making the sure you are giving an example of how he is good. You know he's the best, but you're giving an example again so that the person is convinced that yes, he's the best. And obviously the word in fact also indicates that this has to be preceded by some other statement. So these are some of the basic clues which you can use to identify कि sentences को किस order में arrange करना है. But at the end of the day, it's simply about using common sense and understanding of what is written. Did you understand the basic theory so far? Theory में आपको सिर्फ याद रखना है, आपको कुछ रट्टा नहीं मारना है. The important part is applying all those theories to the examples that we are going to do. So अभी तक बेसिक कुछ कुछ आइडिया समझ में आया जम्बल्ड पैसेजेस में किस तरह से आप सीक्वेंस बना पाओगे. Did you get it? Excellent. Very good. So let's take a look at few examples, right? In each of these examples, what I'm going to do is there will be 6 sentences, right? But the first and the 6th sentence are given in the beginning. I'm already going to tell you which is the first sentence and which is the last sentence. Uska position fixed hai. The middle 4 sentences have been jumbled. तो आपको फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट तो पता है, यू ऑलरेडी नो कि बिगिनिंग कहां से होगा, एंडिंग कहां पे होगा. लेकिन बाकी के बीच के 4 सेंटेंसेस को मैं घुमाऊंगा, राइट? PQRS, उसको आप ऑर्डर में करोगे. सो आई विल गिव यू ऑप्शंस. फ्रॉम द आंसर ऑप्शंस यू हैव टू टेल मी विच इज द बेस्ट पॉसिबल सीक्वेंस टू अरेंज देम. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, टेक अ लुक एट दिस. S1 एंड S6. जो S1 है वो ऑलरेडी फर्स्ट है, एंड जो S6 है दैट इज द 6th सेंटेंस. S1 एंड S6 तो उसी पोजीशन में रहेंगे. बीच में जो 4 सेंटेंसेस हैं P, Q, R एंड S, इन 4 को हम किस ऑर्डर के अंदर अरेंज कर सकते हैं? सो आई विल गिव यू अ मिनट, रीड इट एंड देन टेल मी विच इज द बेस्ट पॉसिबल आंसर. Very good, Srijan. हिमाद्री, यू माइट नीड टू चेक जो ऑप्शंस दिए हैं उसमें से आपको लेना है. नो राघव, एक बार चेक कर लो सीक्वेंस. Okay guys, so first starting sentence जो है, it is talking about the chairman of the committee, and last अगर S6 को देखोगे, you are talking from the moment its members meet, it begins to have a nebulous life of its own. Its members means the ending is with description of the committee. So you are beginning with the description of the chairman, you are ending with description of the committee. So अभी जो बीच में हमको स्टेटमेंट्स दिए गए हैं, लेट्स क्विकली आइडेंटिफाई देम. जो P है, फॉर अ कमिटी इज नॉट जस्ट अ मियर कलेक्शन ऑफ इंडिविजुअल्स, दिस इज रिलेटेड टू कमिटी, राइट. Q says on him rests, that means this is related to the chairman. R says while this is happening, this means there is some action which is happening, so action के साथ R related है. S, as the meeting opens, he runs briskly, right? Okay, so this is also about the chairman. So abhi we have identified that out of the all the different things, P is the only statement which is actually related to the committee, right? Baki R has to have something about action, and Q and S both are about the chairman of the committee. So P से end अगर होता है तो ऑटोमेटिकली B एंड C गेट एलिमिनेटेड एज द ऑप्शन कि एंडिंग तो P से हो रहा है, एंड जो Q एंड S है वो दोनों ही चेयरमैन के बारे में है, तो साथ में होंगे एंड चेयरमैन के साथ होंगे. सो ये R जो है ये नड़ता है बिकॉज S1 इज अबाउट द चेयरमैन, तो S1 के साथ इमीडिएटली Q एंड S होना चाहिए. सो इवन दिस गेट्स एलिमिनेटेड, सो द ओनली ऑप्शन वी आर लेफ्ट विथ इज QSRP. नाउ जो R है, R is related to some action. तो R के पहले S जो है, does S contain some action description? Let's see. S says, as the meeting opens, he runs briskly through a number of formalities. The chairman is doing something, right? And when he is doing something, while this is happening, so this may refer to the chairman doing something. So QSRP seems to be a sensible option. Now, एक बार हम चेक कर लेंगे. So we will read the sentences in that particular order and see if it makes sense. So S1, in the middle of one side of the square sits the chairman of the committee, the most important person in the room. Why is important? Q, on him rests much of the responsibility for the success or failure of the committee. Okay. S, as the meeting opens, he runs briskly through a number of formalities. R, when this is happening, we have an opportunity to get the feel of this committee. P, for a committee is not just a mere collection of individuals. S6, from the moment its members meet, it begins to have a sort of nebulous life of its own. Makes sense. So the best possible option here definitely has to be option D, that is QSRP. Now guys, I tried to logically take you through every single possible way in which this answer can be derived, बट एग्जाम के अंदर आपको क्विकली करना है, राइट? इसमें से कोई भी एक पॉइंट मिल जाए तो आप आंसर्स को अगर एलिमिनेट करके फाइंड कर सकते हो, देन वेरी गुड, राइट? आई डिड इट स्टेप बाय स्टेप बिकॉज देयर आर मल्टीपल वेज इन विच द आंसर कुड हैव बीन डिराइव्ड, बट आपके लिए फास्टेस्ट पॉसिबल, जितनी जल्दी हो सके एक से भी आंसर आ जाता है, दैट्स इनफ. But I hope you understood the explanation of how the entire question worked. Did everybody understand this one? Yes? Very good. Chalo. Now let's take another example then. Again, S1 and S6 in place, remaining 4 to be arranged. Let's see who gets this one quickly. Sujan, careful. Mahek, no. Raghav, yes. Emadri, correct. Chalo. So, let's take a look at it, how I would have done this one. The first one, S1 says a force of exists between everybody in the universe. Okay. Last is the greater the mass, the greater the Earth's force. So they're giving some technical explanation, right? So S6 has something to do with a tech explanation. Okay. P, normally it is very small, but one of the bodies is a planet, the force. So force. Again, this is a technical explanation. Q, it has been investigated by scientists including Galileo Newton. Now, this is not a technical thing, this is a historical fact, right? R says, everything or near the surface of the earth is attracted by, again, technical details. And S, this gravitational pull depends on the mass, again, technical details. Now, normally, details of one particular category have to be together, which means that P, R and S6 have to be together. That means P, R and S have to be at the end. Order नहीं पता, but P, R and S end में होगा. That means S1 के साथ तो Q ही आ सकता है. So I cannot have A or B as my answer, right? It has to start with Q. So इन दोनों options में से they are talking about force. Then they are saying many scientists have investigated it. Now we are going to put the technical things in order, right? So what is the technical thing? S को अगर देखोगे, it says the gravitational force depends on the mass of the bodies involved. और S ही दोनों में second है. So again, it really does not help. So now the question becomes, should it be P and R or should it be R and P? So P and R के बीच में देखो, P says normally very small, but one of the bodies a planet like Earth. So Earth का introduction होता है P के अंदर. And R को अगर देखोगे, it says everything on or near the surface of the earth is attracted by the mass of the earth. ये detail में जाता है. So definitely P has to be followed by R because P का introduction, earth का introduction statement P के अंदर होता है. So it has to be P and R, and this is R and P. So P and R sequence is D. So definitely my answer has to be D, which is QSPR. Did everybody get this one? Why QSPR is the most sensible one? Dhriti, QRSP is not even an option. आपको options के through जाना है. Options में जो कौन सा सही है वो देखना है. Right? So I hope everybody understood the logic, how we grouped statements and then उनका order हमने किया. ठीक है? कोई doubt हो तो बिल्कुल पूछ लेना. Right? Else I will move ahead to the next question. Third one. Again, S1, S6 in proper place. बाकियों का बताओ. Are we getting this one? Tanishi, no, no, no. Chalo guys. In the previous question, okay, I'm going back to the previous question, guys. Tanishi has a doubt. I'll go to the previous question. Previous question में option B, PRSQ. See, P, R, and S6 have to be together because all of them are technical. PRSQ में Q, PRS and S6 के बीच में अगर डालोगे, it may not make sense because it's very different. Tanishi, A, PRQS, again, P, R and S have to be together. Q is historical statement. P, R and S are all technical statements. तो suddenly आप technical details दे रहे हो और suddenly आप scientist के बारे में बात करने लगते हो. It breaks the flow, right? S1 is, it generally talks about, it is introducing the topic of force. And then it is talking about who investigated it. And then the technical details. So A also cannot be the answer here because P, R, S and the last one have to be in a sequence together. Did you get that, Tanishi? Okay, chalo. Next one. Here, let's again see this. It says Calcutta, unlike other cities, kept its trams. Okay? That's the introduction. As a result, there is horrendous congestion. Now, why is there a congestion? Just because a city has trams, it does not give me an explanation on why there is congestion. But if you take a look at R says they run down the center of the road. As a result, there is a horrendous congestion, right? R is the cause and P is the effect. So R के बाद P आना चाहिए. That is for sure. So any option where R के बाद P नहीं है cannot be my answer. So I eliminate A, I eliminate B. Straightforward elimination हो गया, right? So then let's take a look at the remaining things. To ease in, the city decided to build an underground railway line. Okay, Q says it was going to be the first in South Asia. Going to be the first means something which is going to happen in the future, and it means you have to talk about something before. So the underground railway line they are planning, it is going to be the first. That means S and Q also have to be in a sequence. But यहाँ पे SQ भी sequence में है, RP भी sequence में है. So the final thing is S6. Are you going to talk about, so congestion, that is R and P, they are related to the trams. And when you're building a railway line, it is going to be the first. That means you're talking about something which is going to happen in the future. That means the foundation stone is going to be laid. Foundation stone would be the trains. So that means RP has to be first, SQ has to be second. So even C gets eliminated. Straightforward. My answer is definitely option D. Did everybody get this one? Did you understand in this also how so RP, that's also known as a mandatory pair. They have to be together. SQ is another mandatory pair, has to be together. And RP matches with S1, SQ, it matches with S6. So when I know these facts, I can put them together and I know RPSQ is the answer that I'm looking for. Chal, let's move ahead to the next example. I believe a lot of people are getting it. So let's quickly again do this. Again, I believe it's a simple one. Yes, Srijan, very good. What about the others? Oh, very nice. A lot of you are getting the right answers. Some of you still, guys, I need everybody to be active and participate. Sure. Let's take a look at the question then. It says, for some time in his youth, Abraham Lincoln was a manager for a shop. Then a chance customer would come. So P से तो start हो ही नहीं सकता because then requires us to have some activity described before. Okay. Q says, young Lincoln way of keeping shop was entirely unlike anyone else. Okay. So Abraham Lincoln, they introduced in S1 that he was a manager, and then they're saying his way of maintaining the shop was different. So Q possibly could be different, could be the follower of S1, right? But चलो आगे का देखते हैं. Lincoln would jump up and attend to his needs. Whose needs? Obviously, if he is a shopkeeper, he will be attending to a customer. So that means his is describing the customer here. So PR is definitely one sequence that I'm looking for. So RP जो भी है उन options को तो उड़ा दूंगा because P के बाद ही R आएगा, right? Now he used to lie full length on the counter of the shop eagerly reading a book. Okay, this is describing something funny, but Q says that the way he used to maintain the shop was different. And this describes something different, that he would not, what do people usually do? They stand at the counter. But this, he will not stand. He will be lying down on the counter and reading a book. So this answers the question of how young Lincoln's way was different. That means QS has to be together, right? Even this gets eliminated, which means QSPR. Now let us take a chance and see. So Q describes that his method was different. S says how it was different. P says that customer would come. R says he would jump up and attend to his needs and then revert to his reading. And finally, because of this method, never before had Lincoln so much time for reading. So that practically makes a lot of sense. And yes, the answer definitely has to be option B. I think everybody got this one. Dhriti, option A gets eliminated because like I said, R के बाद P नहीं आ सकता. P के बाद ही R आना चाहिए because customer is described here using a pronoun. पहले proper या common noun and then pronoun. So A gets eliminated. Dhriti, did you understand A कैसे eliminate किया मैंने? चलो बढ़िया है. Let's take the next question then. Tanishi check करो बाकी yes Drisha Dhriti are correct. Krishi also got it, very good. Himadri also got it, very good. Yes Mahek, Shrijan, you're correct. Raghav also got it. Tanishi एक बार check करो. So here a little bit of knowledge of some of the religious texts basics will be useful, right? So S1 and S6 to theek hai, fine. Now P talks about the god who's fighting the monster, but why is he fighting the monster? So Q tells that a terrible monster prevented the god from separating the land, and because of this the reason is the monster is doing something bad, so god will fight it. That means Q पहले आएगा and फिर P आएगा. तो जहां पे P पहले है उनको तो एलिमिनेट कर दिया, so QP is definitely the order. Now it becomes S and R. How do we decide between S and R? R talks about the sky being made first and ornament with stars. Then it talks about earth being made and then you start making plants, animals, and finally S6 talks about people, right? So we also know evolution में animals के बाद people आए. And if you know a little bit of the religious text which talks about creation of earth, it talks about how the god made the heavens, then he made the earth, then he made birds, animals, and then people. So that sequence also tells us, right, that R has to be followed by S. So C also gets eliminated, which means the correct option in this case has to be D, right? First you talk about C. And always हम पहले ऊपर की बात करते हैं फिर नीचे आते हैं, right? And in creationism also, if you know, right, even the Bible describes it. A lot of different religions, it also talks. Okay, first God made the skies, then He made the earth. And even if you don't want to go that, scientifically speaking, also, when you talk about animals, it should be really. You are first talking about inanimate object like stars, then you talk about the creation of plants and animals, and immediately after that, people. So in any case, Q, P, R, S, option D is the right answer. So all the others who did not get it, who marked something else. Now, did you understand why this should be the right answer? I hope everybody understood this one. Right? Chalo, badhiya hai. Next one then. Yes, guys, anybody? Yes, Raghav. Mana, you need to check. Majority not getting it. Dhriti, yes. Dhriti, correct. Shrijan also got it. Others, okay. So let's take a look at it. It's all about some fire on a ship, right? Smoke oozed up between the planks. Passengers were told to be ready to quit. Rising gale. Rising means बढ़ती हवा. हवा ने आग को और आगे उकसाया. Everybody knew there was a fire. Flames broke out. Okay. So now what I'll do is, see, flames broke out. First it's smoke. पहले धीरे धुआं दिखाए. Flames broke out. यानी यहाँ पे तो आग की लपटें चालू हुई. And Q says the rising gale, that is the wind, it fanned the fire. That means आग को उसने और तेज किया. तो पहले आग तेज होगी या पहले आग चालू होगी? The flames have to first break out. Only then the fire can make it more intense. That means S पहले आएगा and Q बाद में आएगा. आग को पहले लगना पड़ेगा और फिर वो आग और तेज हो सकता है. So any option where Q is before S gets eliminated. राइट. सो ए या सी में से हमारा कोई एक आंसर होना चाहिए. बी एंड डी तो हो नहीं सकता, बिकॉज आग चालू होगी उसी के बाद वो तेज हो सकता है. You cannot make a fire intense and then start the fire, right? So Q के बाद S is not possible. Now let's take a look at the sequence. S6 says most people bore the shock bravely. What could be the shock? When आग लगती है obviously shock है. But the more shocking thing is when you are told कि you are on a ship and now you have to leave the ship. समुंदर के बीच में आप जहाज पे हो and suddenly आपको कोई कहता है कि भाई आग लगी है, अब शिप से निकलना पड़ेगा. बीच समुंदर when somebody tells you to quit a ship, that is definitely a shock. So it makes sense to have P and then S6. When the passengers are told to do something, then they have to bear that shock. So P at the end makes sense, right? Why would I put P in between, right? Because when you're told P and S6 are directly connected to each other, so even C gets eliminated. So the only possible option is SRQP. Smoke oozed between the planks, flames broke out, right? So when flames break out, you can see the flames. That means everybody knows there is a fire. And then the rising gale fanned the smoldering fire. So now passengers were told, be ready to quit. And then most people, they bore the shock bravely. So did you get that? How easily B and D get eliminated? And then between A and C, we can decide that C also is not a great way to put it. So A has to be my answer. Are we all together? Is everybody getting this one? I hope you understood this one. Yes? कभी भी कहीं पे भी लगे कि कोई डाउट है तो immediately पूछ लेना. Confusion मत रखना. Right? Once you get the basics, we are doing it a bit slowly, but once you get the basics correct and then with a lot of practice of improving reading speed, this is one of the easy kind of questions which can be solved in English. Chalo, next one. Yes, correct so far. Very good. Now everybody is getting it. Very good. Nice. Practically everybody gave me the correct answer. I think simple hai. What about the others? Few of us who have not given the answers. I think it's an easy one. Everybody should get this. Chalo, let's take a look at it. यहाँ पे I think the very clear thing is when you first should go to jail and only then you can emerge from jail. That means Q पहले R बाद में. जेल जाओगे तभी तो बाहर निकलोगे. So Q के बाद ही R आ सकता है. Right? So this gets eliminated and this gets eliminated because you cannot first come out from jail and then go to jail. Right? It's the other way around. So now the question is SPQR या QPRS. Now that here S6 says poor girl. That means you're exclaiming about some female. So S में या R में? S के अंदर अगर आप देखोगे, it says when I met her, she was with a packet of cigarettes. Right? It is describing about a girl. So S can be my ender. R says when I emerged from jail, I wanted to tell her of my I wanted to tell her. That means अभी तक उनकी मुलाकात नहीं हुई है. R says I wanted when I emerged, I wanted to tell her. Right? But when I met her. That means what was his triumph? His triumph was that he had quit cigarettes. And he wanted to tell that he had quit cigarettes. But when he met her, she herself had brought the cigarettes. So even B gets eliminated. As a result, the correct answer is definitely QPRS. I think almost everybody understood this and it was easy to solve. So I'm not going to waste much time on this. I think everybody got this one. I'll quickly move ahead to the next question then. right? Let's see quickly how we can do it. Try this. Dhriti, nope. Yes, Shrijan. Mahek, Himadri, Raghav, good. Dhriti, yes. Now we got it. Guys, I think a lot of you are getting it now, getting a hang of how to do these questions now. Yes. So, when a satellite is launched, the rocket begins by going slowly upwards through the air, right? P says, however, the higher it goes, the less air it meets. As the rocket goes higher, it travels faster. So Q के बाद P का आना जरूरी है, right? It says it goes higher, but when it goes higher, there is less air. That means Q followed by P is a must. Rocket goes higher and it talks about the consequences. So if P is in front, I eliminate it. So both C and D get eliminated, right? So Q and P. Now R and S का देखते हैं. P says, however, the higher it goes, the less air it meets. Why? Because for the atmosphere becomes thinner. So as a result, there is less friction. So PRS is also a sequence. So simply put, B gets eliminated. QPRS is my correct option, the correct sequence. Right? I hope everybody understood how we got P, R, and S. The three of them are inexplicable. I mean, they're clearly linked with each other. And S1 and Q also make sense together because first it is slow, then it is fast. And then Q has to be followed by P. So using all these factors, it is very clear. My sequence has to be Q, P, R, S. Correct? Chalo. Then moving ahead to the next. Try this one. राघव चेक एक बार फिर से चेक कर लो. Yes, Himadri, that's right. धृति चेक कर लो बच्चा एक बार. सृजन नहीं. Yeah, Raghav, now you got it. Tanishi, correct. Yes, Drashya, correct. Yes, Krishi, very good. I think most of you are getting it now, right? S1 is talking about a father, a male, and the ending is with she, a female. So let's take a look at the sentences. B says at her husband's, that means this is related to the wife. She wheeled, that means again related to the wife. His wife came by, she discovered, right? So here the concept of wife is introduced, right? So again, this is wife. S is leaving the pram outside, he disappeared. So this is about the husband. So S1 and S have to be connected to each other, and then P, Q, R and S6 are connected. So definitely S से ही start होगा. That means B and D are eliminated. And now take a look at P, Q and R. R talks about his wife and then she is described using the pronoun she, right? So R is the beginning and then the remaining should come afterwards. So C also gets eliminated. So SRPQ sequence क्या बनता है? A father having offered to take the baby out in a perambulator. Perambulator is that pram जिसमें बच्चे को चल ले ऐसे ले जाते हैं. He decided to take the baby out in a perambulator, was tempted by the sunny morning to slip into a pub for a glass of beer. Leaving the pram outside, he disappeared inside the bar. A little later, his wife came by, but to her horror, she discovered her sleeping baby. Indignant means angry at her husband's behavior, she decided to teach him a lesson. How? She wheeled away the pram. She waited for him, anticipating, that is, expecting the white face and quivering, that is, shaking lips, which would soon appear with the news that the baby had been stolen. Makes sense? So, best possible option, definitely SRPQ. Did you understand how I arranged these particular things in that order? Right? Pretty simple. I think this was relatively simple. Most of us did get it. Very good. Chalo, next one. Try this one. वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन गाइस, वेरी सिंपल. इसमें तो टाइम ही नहीं लगना चाहिए. Yes, Srijan, very good. Yes, Dhriti, excellent. Tanishi, Raghav, and I think you guys will also get logically why that has to be the answer. Himadri, check करो एक बार. Most of others are getting it right. Very good. So guys, I think pretty simple. पढ़ते ही समझ में आ जाएगा आपको. एंड एलिमिनेशन प्रोसेस स्टार्ट करोगे तो यू रियलाइज एक झटके में आंसर आ जाएगा. S1 says the city is almost a slum and stinks most of the time. Okay. P, the slush on the road did not deter them. Them means whom. There needs to be some description because them is a pronoun. So P से start नहीं होगा. The occasional slip and falls were considered a small price to pay for the trip. But कौन slip कर रहा है, कौन fall कर रहा है, उसका भी कोई description नहीं है. They were excited. Again, they कौन, I don't know. S says, even so, it looked beautiful to tourists of various categories. So यहाँ पे we are introduced to tourists. So the them, they, slip, fall, everything is actually related to the tourist. That means S has to be before any of the others. P, Q, R सा start नहीं हो सकता, S से ही start होना चाहिए. That means A, C and P eliminate हो गया, खत्म कहानी. जब एक ही ऑप्शन स्टार्ट हो रहा है, I don't even need to look at the remaining things. The only thing which will make sense is SPQR. But still, if you want to see whether this sequence actually makes sense, let's read it. The city is almost a slum and stinks most of the time. Even so, it looked beautiful to tourists of various categories. Now this makes perfect sense कि गंदा है, झुग्गी झोपड़ी है, गंद मारता है, फिर भी टूरिस्ट को अच्छा लगता है. So S naturally follows S1. The slush on the road did not deter them. It did not stop them. The occasional slips and falls were considered a small price to pay for the trip. They were excited and fascinated by the sight of fresh snow on the roads. But some visitors came away with the unforgettable sight of young laborers scantily clad. ठीक है, makes sense. Right? So D for Delhi, definitely the answer to this question. I hope everybody understood this one. Did everybody get this? I hope everybody understood the logic, right? But simple, there is only one possible out of the four which can start, and that is S. And options, maybe there is only one option which starts with S. So if I'm certain that S has to be the starter, if I've eliminated the others and there's only one option, then easily I can just click, I can mark the option and move ahead. Okay? Use that kind of logic, guys. Don't waste too much of time. When you're pretty sure what the answer is, then simply mark it and move ahead. Right? Okay. Chalo. Moving on. Try this one. Yes, that's correct. Tanishi, that's correct. Yes, Drishya, it is. Drishya. Correct, Mahek. Yes, Mana. Chalo. Let's take again simple one. S1 it talks about Venice. Okay. Now P talks about some bridges joining the island. Q again talks about a city with all blah blah blah. R talks about island. S talks about island. So P, R and S, the three of them are a group. That means Q या तो इनके आगे आएगा या तो इनके पीछे आएगा, right? But there is no option जहां पे Q से start हो रहा है. There is only one option जहां पे Q से खत्म हो रहा है. So S, R, P, Q. Now let us see. If Q is at the end, does Q follow? Is Q followed by S6? It says Q says in this city there are no motor cars, no horses, no buses, and S6 says this is because Venice has no streets. Makes sense. Obviously, when there are no streets, then there cannot be any of these things. So Q followed by X6 makes a lot of sense. And SRP, it is not an island, but 117 islands. These small islands are near each other. There are about 400 old stone bridges joining the island of Venice. Makes a lot of sense. So simple one, it has to be C as the answer. I hope everybody understood this one as well, right? Makes a lot of sense why C definitely has to be the answer to this particular question. Barabar che. No doubts, I hope. Then I'll move ahead to the next one. Now thoda lamba sentences hai. So this will take some time, but let's see who gets it. Nope. Okay, let's take a look at it. Right, a quick reading of the options. Tells me Q says they get this. This means what? Right? R and S mein R talks about the requirement of advice. S talks about capital necessary, but the same thing always also answers where they get the capital from. So R has to be followed by Q, because R clearly says that there is a requirement of advice, and Q answers that the advice is got from experienced and professional workers. So any option where R is after Q is not my answer. So A and B get eliminated. So now the question is, SRQP or PSRQ, right? Now, take a look at it. First, it talks about cooperative system is a good way of encouraging blah blah blah. S1 is positive. P says if the society is to be well run, it is necessary to prevent insincere officials, and that is negative, right? When you start, and others Q, R, and S, they are simply description. So whenever you are talking about something, right, you don't start with the negatives. You first talk about the positive things of the business. You describe the requirements of the business, and in the end, you also say, okay, ये सारे positives बता दिए, अब इतना negative भी है. And if you take a look at S6, S6 says the main object is to maintain the interest of every member. So P says preventing insincere officials. That is directly connected to how we are going to maintain the interest. The interest means the what every member to protect, to maintain the interest means to protect all the things. So P is directly connected. So P cannot be in the beginning because negative cheese की बात नहीं करेंगे. So the best possible option definitely has to be C. Did everybody understand how C is the best possible answer for this particular question? Because we don't talk about negatives first. First, when we are talking something positive, we give a description, and then at the end we talk about something negative. And here the negative statement P is also connected with S6 as we have seen. So definitely SRQP is my answer. ठीक है? चलो, moving ahead. Again, छोटा वाला, easy वाला. We'll quickly do till 15, right? So we are already on the 13th one. We'll quickly go till 15th one. This one. Does anybody know what is the source of this passage? Can somebody identify? Very good. The name of the author and from which book this comes. The name of the book is obviously there in the passage, but do you know which character this is? Yes. Okay. The Hound of Baskervilles is actually a novel. It's a book written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. You must have heard of that legendary detective character, Sherlock Holmes. So Sherlock Holmes was actually a character created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And one of his most famous novels of Sherlock Holmes is the book called The Hound of Baskervilles. The Hound of Baskervilles. So let's take a look at the four statements. Statement P talks about a huge shadowy form, right? P talks about a huge shadowy form, and S also talks about the shadowy form. That means P and S has to be connected to each other. And take a look at the remaining statements. Nobody had actually seen the hound, but they spoke of it in tones of horror. किसी ने देखा नहीं था उसको, लेकिन फिर भी उसके बारे में कुछ बात करते थे. That means R, Q has to be together, right? So which of these options has R, Q and P, S in that order? A gets eliminated, B gets eliminated, D gets eliminated. The only option P, S, R, Q, right? So let's read it in that order. The Hound of Baskervilles was feared by the people of the area. Some people spoke of seeing a huge shadowy form, a hound at midnight on the moor. This shadowy form did not reveal any detail about the animal. Nobody had actually seen the hound, but they spoke of it in tones of horror. The Hound of Baskervilles remains an unsolved mystery. Makes perfect sense. So 13th one, C, P, S, R, Q. I think a lot of us got it. Yes, then moving on quickly to the next one. Let's see this one. Again, story. Not very difficult, this one. Yeah, Tanishi Raghav, correct. Oh, very good, Titi. Okay, Madhuri, that's right. Very good. Mac, correct. Everybody's getting it right. So nice, so nice, so nice. I think it's a simple one. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. So a gentleman who lived alone always had two plates placed on the table at dinner time. Why? Because one plate was for himself and other was for his cat. Has to start with Q, right? So B and D, both of them eliminated. Now, S, he used to give the cat a piece of meat from his own plate. So Q and S, general description of an event. Now take a look at PRR. One day, just as he sat down to dine, the cat rushed in the room. The she refers to the cat. So the cat rushed in the room. She dropped a mouse on into her own plate and another into her master plate. So P has to be followed by R. So C also gets eliminated. Only possible answer, option A, makes a lot of sense. I think everybody got this one. QSPR. Absolutely no confusions here, right? So guys, any question which comes as in the form of a story, right? These are all action events which have to be placed in a particular order. So such questions, if they come, relatively simple to solve and almost sure of getting the right answer. Chalo guys, let's take a look at one last example before we call it a day. Chalo, try this one. Oh, correct. Very nice. Again, everybody is getting this one also very quickly. वेरी गुड. नहीं, तनीशी एक बार चेक कर लो आप. Rashya, you also need to check it once. Okay. So one thing is for sure that all of the options, they start with S. That means by default S is the starter, and it makes sense because ants eat worms, centipedes, spiders. They also eat larvae, insectivorous, blah blah blah. So S1 is a starter, makes sense. Now the ending says some jump, some give out pungent repellent substances. What are these? Right? These are ways of escaping. So R followed by S6 makes sense. Only one option where R is followed by S6. So this anyway eliminates the remaining ones. But let's see SQPR. Does it make sense? Ants eat worms, centipedes, and spiders. They also eat larvae and insect adults like flies, moths, and springtails. Nevertheless, these animals do not make easy game for ants. Besides, they have an extraordinary number of ways of escaping. They are usually much quicker than the ant itself. Besides, they have an extraordinary number ways of escaping. And that is some jump and some give out a pungent repellent substance. So it makes a lot of sense for A, S, Q, P and R to be the right sequence in which it has to be done. Did everybody understand it? Why S, Q, P, R makes a lot of sequence? The straightforward thing is R has to be connected with S6. And the moment we understand R has to be connected with S6, there is only one option in which R is the last one in the sequence. So that itself should make life easy for us. S, Q, P, R has to be the option. And anyways, the other also fit in this particular sequence. Did everybody understand this one? Did everybody get this? Yes? Okay. So guys, homework for the day. I think in the reading comprehension book of English, there will be exercise of jumbled passages or para-jumbles as we call them. So you will be attempting those questions obviously, right? So the homework for the day is that this week you need to be doing exercise of jumbled passages. Of course, if there are any doubts, you can always shoot the query on the WhatsApp number or the Telegram group. So guys, we are done for the day. If there are any doubts, any questions related to what you learned today or in general about the exams and stuff, you can hang around, ask me the question. If there are no doubts, then you may exit the session. Right? Chalo. So if there are any doubts, I'm hanging around, you can ask me.